So, of course, you are on the side of rural area in what you've done so far. But if you can just remind me that it was that Tarun has empowered rural India through his BC shift, if I can call it that. Very, very God objective. That's where a large part of India takes. Or you might suggest in the long areas, but that's a very large part of India. And I can only imagine the quality of work that took done and that's still left to be done. Is there some competition in that? So for you guys, the choir of roof of work in rural area in terms of real estate.
That's the disappointment. We don't have any competitor. Yeah. That's the biggest disappointment because, every investor is coming to Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta, or Nato cities. Why not in villages? That's the real disappointment for us, especially that. No one is in that place. We had launched BC for villages, where, South India is, so we're not able to understand the traditional banking system. Lot of people, गांव में आज भी अगर ब्रांच मैनेजर आपको अगर डायरी और कैलेंडर देता है फर्स्ट जनवरी की, वो भी बहुत बड़ी बात होगी उन लोगों की, सो वेयर दे आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड वेयर इज द बैंकिंग सिस्टम. हमें उनको ब्रांचेड कैपिटलिज्म समझाता है. And of course, the success we measure, that we have minimized the rate of society race, and that's the biggest channel that what we have done, because हमारे देश में 6.5 लाख गाँव है, 6.5 लाख villages हैं हमारे देश में. We have tapped more than 4,500 villages in the country, right? And हमारे देश के जो सबसे ज़्यादा जो किसानों की society risks हैं, वो आपकी लोन की वजह से. Especially, of course, to government who has been helping to that, But how about the interest rates? Why they not able to minimize it? Who this takes a risk to invest in this rural area? Why only the companies, like big companies? Why? Just to pay gigs of Parisi and the valuation, where are the real numbers? So there we are putting our numbers.
What's our average ticket size when they say so? What's the minimum actually ticket size?
That's your rupees.
Wow.
To the rural area, we are not entering no much. We are investing it. So yeah. So here at the secretary, you are behind and selling, and with the first village areas, starting from the communities to 75 communities. Okay. And if you go to the LVP cities, then of course recently they have invested $6 million. That's a cybersecurity company. So it goes in a year. We have some tapping leaders of Mr. Trump. Yeah. So up to 6 billion right now we have investing.
That's really now. You say that you're about the only one there in that case.
Yeah.
Yet, do you find that it's smooth going, or are there people who are not cooperating or really speed bumps in your journey? How you deal with the possibility of those who think that you're not on the right path?
See, obstacles are only until they don't know it. Okay? And I believe that unsuccessful is often untried. उन सारी चीज़ों के लिए होते जिनकी कोशिशें नहीं करी है वो सारे unsuccessful running to you. The obstacles are there, the rich obstacles are aware this. Until we tell that we are only not being a part of a profit, but we are also there the profit and loss both. They are okay with that. So this is what we are doing, awareness, and then we.
What about the acceptance of your assistance? Do you find that in villages at times people are getting wary? क्या हो रहा है, क्या ठीक हो रहा है, ठीक नहीं हो रहा है? So do you not have resistance to what you're doing, or open acceptance?
No, open acceptance. Okay, no, that's not like that. Because no, जिस तरीके से हमारी government microfinance को license दे रही है, ठीक है? We as some got it, okay? Because no what is especially even in the other companies are here, they're not ready to sell their company apart. They're not ready to sell the shares of the nominee. In spite of that, they say, fine, just get the collateral, get the money. That's the mentality right now, right? Even the VC concepts are really low in the nursery since when maybe before the BT volume in your car in and ways of months, So still, PCB, our team is fine-tuned, make them learn first and take to deliver. So there are is.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating. And have you seen how your support is reflected in the daily lives of people in the villages who get your support? A few examples of that.
I'll tell you a few examples. एक तरफ एक बैंक और एक तरफ हमारी कंपनी एनी वर्क्स जब once someone in applying for loan there are various amount that they have to return, right? There are EMIs they have to pay, right? And then again अंदर खत्म हो भाई आपको सारी चीज़ें पूरी करनी होती है. But here we have if you have suppose that कि आपको ड्यूटी की करनी है यूरोसिंग से कम जो ब्रांच आप बताइए ड्यूटी किक है 3 से 4 दिन का पीरियड होता है सिर्फ 150 अमाउंट दैट्स आर द जनरल एग्रीमेंट नेक्स्ट ईयर कैन अमाउंट राइट नो EMI नो टाइमलाइन परमिशन आपके पैसे आ रहे कि जस्ट डू द बिजनेस वंस दे आर क्रॉपिंगली 3 से 4 महीने में कटाई हुई the DP from Nabad or someone is coming there, आपकी कटाई होगी या मेरे पास आपके पैसे आपके पास कोई चीज़.
Perhaps I shouldn't be asking, but people are concerned in Nestle or otherwise about the percentage of NDAs. Because sometimes what can run into a little bit problem for one reason or the other and becomes difficult to pay back. Do you find that's a very, very small message?
Let's cut the word BA because we are not the levels. Right, we are the industry, right? That means we are bearing the profit and loss for हमने तो को हो रही है कि अपने पैसे return. That's the profit that we are saying. So there is no NPA. Let's start the word NPA हमारे के नहीं.
My apologies if you use it now.
Thank you. So we are not lenders. We are the investors. We are releasing. Especially we are known as VC for villagers and no one is this stays till now.
Well, you mentioned that you got 27 companies in Nastic too, and the number of villages in India and how far you penetrated.
45.
Yeah. So, what is your next 5-year goal? Is it obviously to get more and more?
We are right behind to get a commercial bank license in country nowadays. Yeah, second, we have also launched our elective program with the name of FICO Microfinance. We simply have launched just to provide resources to them who are actually not interested to tell the service of these issues. So of course next 5 lakh is to take the commercial ban license somehow, right? We are trying for that, and of course there are various process cases happened. Bihar, we have a board area 99 CST centers essentially in Bihar, right? What we have opposed, what we have done, like कि ये झारखंड जैसे कई ऐसे गाँव में जो legislity नहीं है, but how now, so this is what I want. And currently one we are planning, the way especially in Bihar, there is Hakitur, Muzaffarpur, either the nearby areas in Zanseji who will also, abhi liyo pasay kate se no melancholy ki development, So the biggest challenge right over Louis, just to let you know that you must develop the development, just not for your development. Just the development of country, because that's involved.
That's very more. And then congratulations, Tarun, for
इसके उल्टे definitely
more power to you. Richiamo questo Tarunpoddar anche insomma CEO across the Foxhog. Thank you so much. Back to where we do conclude our conversation. Thank you. I hope the best.